is the key question. What are the common features of the scientists? Asking why, creativity, imagination. But our first books, probably the fairy tales, have an impressive effect on our imagination to make us curious. So today, let's have a look at the spectrum of everything with using our imagination, not memorizing, through an initial but inspiring, simple but effective way named fairy tales. Once upon a time, there was a star named Sun. There were plenty of hydrogens living there. Normally, hydrogens like deuterium and tritium are almost the same because they have too many things common and they both are positively charged. They believed in the idea of the Coulomb barrier that avoid them to get close together and to fight against each other. However, the Sun was under two spells, the high temperature and the high pressure generated by the invisible hand of gravity. Because of the two spells, the hydrogens went crazy, tried to get close together and fought against each other, ignoring the Coulomb barrier. Then something happened called nuclear fusion. Two hydrogen atoms fused together, forming a helium nucleus and a neutron. However, because it was not as heavy as the combination of the original mass, the lost mass was changed into lots of energy. Thus, the stored spell, the energy was released. The energy was a tiny little particle of light named photon. The photon wanted to get out of the Sun from the spells. Losing energy every time it encountered a particle, it did not give up. The particle of light was moving like a knight. Thousands of years later, the knight got to the surface and was eventually free.
Freedom!
The knight had no mass, but his energy was related to the frequency and the Planck's constant. The army of the knights was called the light. The light was two-faced and unique as it behaved both like a particle and a wave. The moving charge of the electron creates an oscillating magnetic field, which creates an oscillating electric field perpendicular to it. That's why the light was called as the electromagnetic radiation. Those that carry more energy oscillate more quickly with a shorter distance between the crest of each wave. They were all examples of the exact same thing, just at different frequencies, but people received and used them for different jobs: radio waves, microwaves, infrared, ultraviolet, X-rays and gamma rays. However, the range that is visible to the human eye is called the visible spectrum or color. Compared to red light, purple had a shorter wavelength, thus a higher frequency and higher energy. P.S. Dear reader and listener, the light, which appeared to be a simple phenomenon of the universe, actually made the world that we know exist. So as you're reading this book in a video, there's a chaos of waves around you. But together they are the spectrum of everything, and we call the whole family the electromagnetic spectrum. The end. Well, let's make science easy to learn. Life is beautiful and deep, right? There are a lot more fairy tales hidden in the nature. Fairy tales to make us discover the world through the magnifier of physics. Fairy tales to make us imagine, to make us ask why.